All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's get into the markets and start looking at the metals and see what's going on. We did great on our 2-week challenge. A lot of you guys did great on the 2-week challenge. Here are my results here. As you know, we always shoot for 8%. Right? We shoot for 8% every 2 weeks. And right here, you can see little more than 8%, right? We've got like 0.98% in the last 2 weeks on our trading challenge. Excellent. And for some reason, guys, I am locked out of my Facebook. I cannot get into my Facebook account for some reason. They are having some technical difficulties in the Facebook account, so I am locked out of there. And I hope you guys find me on here. And that's interesting. We usually have more people jumping into the live stream here, and it's probably because they're being notified on Facebook, and they are not now. So stupid. Very frustrating, and I don't know how to get back into the account. I'm gonna have to. I might have to build a whole new Facebook account using completely different email and start from scratch. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, let's see what's going on here. So gold right here. Gold is actually pulling into that supply zone, that high time frame supply zone on the 4-hour chart here. And this is where price completely dropped, right? This is where price completely dropped out from the bottom last week. Keep that up here in case anybody tries to text me. Chris, where are you? You're not on Facebook. Wow. All right. There we go. Pulling up into that supply zone on the high time frame. So last week, this is February 13th, Tuesday, February 13th. Look at how price just dropped out of the sky that day on that 4-hour chart. And we are now returning to that same area, finally. So we should see some kind of reaction there. And this is really interesting because we've actually got let me see something here. Hold on a second. Live streams, TrendCloud trading. I'm going to do something here, guys. Hang on a second. I'm going to stream live here on TradingView as well. See if I can do that at the same time. Stream offline. Oh, wait a second here. Stream public. Browser. There we go. Save. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Make sure you guys can hear me. I want to make sure everybody can hear me here. Can you hear me? Hey, guy. Hey, Frank. How you doing? Good to see you. Can you hear me okay? Sounds good? All right, good. Excellent. Excelente. All right, we're streaming live on Twitter. We're streaming live on YouTube and also TradingView. Hopefully everybody on TradingView can hear me as well. All right, so very good. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. There we go. All right, we've got some good. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good. So I am locked out of my Facebook account for some reason. I don't know why, but I am locked out of my Facebook account. Look at how close. Let's get into it now. Okay, I see everybody in the room now. So let's get cracking here. So last week in gold, right? Everybody's asking me about gold. My neighbors are asking me about gold. What's happening with gold? Well, last week we the bottom dropped out, right? And we said, what the heck is going on here? Gold just started to plummet, and within that 4-hour range. And now we have returned back to that supply zone. Okay. So I boxed that out red. Good morning, Mariana. Good to see you. I boxed out the supply zone. Okay. That's just that market edge. And look what we've got on that middle chart, guys. Look what we've got here. We are entering this supply zone on the 1-hour chart in an extended trend, right? So the trend is extended inside of this supply zone. And what does that mean? That means on this particular time frame, price wants to break below the trend cloud and go below that 50 simple moving average. That is always the pattern that we look for in an extended trend, right? We look for this type of movement. So the candle has to close below the 50 simple in order to recalculate. Once it recalculates, it's either going to continue up, maybe it will continue down, or go sideways. Those are the only three things that could take place. So we're entering the high time frame supply zone on the 4-hour chart with an extended trend on the 1-hour chart. So this is really good information. And I have a short sell right here. Okay. Selling 3 contracts of the micro gold right at that ADR level. And remember how well that worked out on copper. Take a look. $675 move on copper, right? And we did really well on the trading challenge. We did real well on the trading challenge, over 8%, right? We always shoot for 8% every 2 weeks on the trading challenge. This is a little over 8%, but like 9.8%, almost 10%, almost 10% in 2 weeks. There is no savings account that you can acquire to achieve 10% in 2 weeks. Okay, so very, very good, good stuff on the trading challenge there, just using TrendCloud system. So we know it works. That's a good thing. So again, coming into this area, is it going to come all the way up and hit the ADR checkpoint and then pull all the way back down? You never know, right? We don't know. We can only set up the trade and see if it works out. Our job is not to figure out what trade works, what trade doesn't work. You know, what our job is to use our trade plan objectively, gather information, make these observations, stack our information, and then make a decision. So what do we have here? A supply zone, an extended trend, an ADR checkpoint. Great. Great. Now, this would be some sort of counter trend trade, right? Because the trend is up, right? The trend is up and momentum is up. So this is a very strong uptrend coming into a supply zone. Normally, we would not take this trade. Normally, we would not take a trade with an upward trend on all 3 time frames and upward momentum on all 3 time frames. We would never take that short. But in this situation, we are extended on the 1-hour chart. So we can, that is the caveat. So we can take a chance that when this extended trend hits this ADR checkpoint, it's probably going to level out, right? Whoa, what was that? We just got a little flash there. I don't know what that was. Hope I didn't lose anybody. So that is a counter trend move. And I have a couple of videos that I did. If you want to watch some trend reversal trades that I recorded on YouTube, those are the latest videos on YouTube that I did. Check them out. It's all about trend reversal. Okay. And so we will wait and see if gold reacts like that copper trade that we took last week. You know, this would be your target area down here. This would be the target area. When is a trend reversal trade over? When does the trend reversal trade end? It ends when the extended trend recalculates. So the trend reversal trade is going to end when price recalculates on that specific time frame, right? So this trade will be over when the 1-hour chart recalculates down here. As soon as we start seeing a recalculation and everything goes back to 1, that's it. We got to have a really tight stop or just exit the trade completely. All right. Take as much profit as possible. Take as much profit as possible. Okay. Because, you know, we've got all this upward movement going on. We're taking a counter trend trade, but, you know, it's not going to last forever. Nothing lasts forever. Right. So So that is what we want to do. Now we're getting a really nice push up here, heading towards that ADR checkpoint. And as you know, there's your $200 mark. Okay, so there's 3 contracts. There's $200. Hey, good morning, Kazi. Good to see you, buddy. So we are heading towards that. We'll see. We'll take a chance on a counter trend trade with a ton of upward momentum here. All right. It worked on copper. Will it work on gold? I don't know. All I know is that whenever we have some sort of parabolic movement like this, right? There's a lot of sellers came in here. There were a lot of sellers in here and just ripped everything to the downside. So we can take a small risk on this trade on the micro gold. Interesting enough, look at the full contract of gold. It's not telling the same story, is it? We don't want to take it on the full contract. Look at how on the full contract of gold, that first ADR checkpoint, right? The trend is not extended. And I thought that was so bizarre. And I think that has to do with volume. So gold actually pulled back right here. You can see, pulled back below the 50 and recalculated. So it started from the beginning, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Whereas the micro gold never pulled back far enough to recalculate. All right. So slight difference here. Which one is going to work? We don't know. We can only trade what we see. We can only trade what we see. ADR checkpoint. Here's the second ADR checkpoint that we are above, right? So we've got, can we go even higher and make that 201? All right, we'll 201, 195, 198. There we go. Okay. So we are right above that ADR checkpoint, and we're protected, right? So we're protected by the first ADR checkpoint, and we're protected by the second ADR checkpoint. Now we've seen this thing, fly through, the third and sometimes fourth ADR checkpoint in some cases. But we're in a good position here for a counter trend trade. All right, so we'll see. We'll see. There's the setup, right? Less than 1% of our total account value. Let's go over to copper. Copper is also heading towards an ADR checkpoint. Look at this huge move up, right? This is 1, 2, heading for that third wave. Heading for that third wave. But this is not an extended trend, right? We have the full force of trend and momentum on our side here. But we're almost at that ADR checkpoint. So if you're in this trade, like if you got into this trade at 7:30 this morning, right here on the TrendCloud signal, you're still in this trade, and this would be a great target. That would be a great target right there. Let's go to the opening range. Okay. So opening range right there. Breaking out to the upside, go figure, right? Why are we breaking out to the upside here? Well, we're breaking out to the upside because we're in an uptrend. We're cycling up and momentum is up. CCI indicator on the 1-hour chart is above positive 100. Momentum is up, cycling up as well. All right. Up and away. So yeah, of course, we were expecting this to break out to the upside. And when do the TrendCloud signals work the best? They work the best pre-market and aftermarket, right? Pre-market and aftermarket is when these signals are going to work best, these momentum-based signals. So there's your entry, there's your stop loss, and you're in this trade. What if we get a pullback into the trend cloud and right in here? What does that look like on the 5-minute? Drop base rally. I mean, it's really all this, right? It's really all that. This could pull back into this area and then move back up. All right. We could set that up if we want. Buy the retest. Very expensive. Very expensive. We'd have to go like here. We would have to go right here. Now, if this starts to pull back and get us into this trade, we're fine. But if it hits the ADR checkpoint and then pulls back, we don't want to be a part of that. We do not want to be a part of that, right? You can see right here, the 5-minute chart, 5 waves, pulls back, recalculates, 1, 2, heading up for that third move, for that third wave. Okay, so possibly. I think this is just going to rip up to here and hit that ADR checkpoint, and that's going to be the end of it. That's what I think is going to happen. All right. Very possible. Very possible that's what's going to happen. Let me see something here. Okay, let's get over to silver. Whoa, silver is way extended. My goodness. Wow. Silver is super extended on that 5-minute chart. 15-minute. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Again, man, that was where 6:45 in the morning we had that really nice TrendCloud signal right there. That's where we should be in. It is pulling back. Okay, it is pulling back. Very shallow, and it's pulling back to that 50 simple on the 1-hour chart. Okay. Whoops. Okay, we are cycling down on the 1-hour and the 15-minute as well. So we could get a nice pullback here. We could get a nice pullback into this area. It might pull back deep. Okay, maybe we could get in on this here. Buy one. Set up these metal trades. Okay. Deep pullback into that 15-minute trend cloud, pulls back into the trend cloud on the 1-hour chart. This is just starting to make a move to the upside, right? We might get lucky. We might get lucky with a pullback into the opening range. And we would be getting into this right here. Here's where the buyers came in. Right in here. There's where the buyers came in. We might get lucky. We might get lucky. That's what I really want right there. There we go. So you see what I did there? I took the original entry point of the TrendCloud. I'm taking the original entry point of the TrendCloud back at 645. Sometimes we see that, right? It kind of did it here, though. It kind of already did it here, right? See how we broke out? Let's open this up nice and wide here. So you see how we broke out, and this candle right here pulled back into that zone, and then the big move up. So it already hit that area. Retest of TrendCloud signal. There you go. Yeah. That's it makes sense, Kazi. It makes a lot of sense because early in the morning, pre-market, here's where all the buyers came in. A lot of even hedge funds, they're front running, right? And then more people catch on and they're like, oh, I see what's going on here. And then they get in. So the pullback into that area, into that TrendCloud signal or retest of the TrendCloud signal. Very valid there. Very valid. But it already happened. So we can take a chance and see if we can get in on that. Because it's a very strong uptrend. What's going on with platinum? Platinum, same thing. Metals are all geared up. Oh, look what platinum did. Oh, dang it. Look at that. Platinum just retested the drop base rally. Oh, damn. That was the move. Okay, so if it happened on platinum, there's a good chance it could happen on one of the other metals. Okay, and it did pull back into that demand zone. Man, oh man, that would have been it right there. Oh, that would have been perfect. $125 risk. That was really the move. That was really the move right there. Do you see how we didn't hit the first ADR checkpoint and it pulled back into that zone? That's what we want. We don't want it. Yeah, it's going to fly up and hit this zone now. It's going to fly up now and hit that ADR checkpoint. It's going to hit that ADR checkpoint now. So we don't want to chase this, right? You just got to let it go now. You don't want to chase a trade. It pulled back. And the zone, look at how the demand zone is right in the middle of TrendCloud. Look at that. Demand zone, drop base rally that broke through structure right in the middle of your TrendCloud. That is textbook right there. That is what you want. That is support and resistance stacked on top of supply and demand, right? In this case, support by the TrendCloud and demand by your drop base rally. So you've got two very powerful forces there in an uptrend across multiple time frames with momentum. Okay, so you've got all 6 elements. You've got your supply and you got your demand zone, you've got your support, you've got your timing, your cycle indicator, the momentum across multiple time frames, right? All 5. You've got all 5, right? And the trend, right? And the trend. You got trend, momentum, cycle, support and resistance across multiple time frames using a demand zone, right? All 6 elements there. There we go. There we go. Boy, oh boy. Everything's probably flying off the shelf now. Let's go back to gold. Gold is starting to pull back. Didn't quite hit that ADR checkpoint. Full contract is moving the same exact way. We just hit the 100 simple. We just hit the 100 simple on the full contract. $100 simple. Here's the 200 simple. 200 simple moving average right there is just above that ADR checkpoint, that first ADR checkpoint. That's a real tempting, very tempting area to short this thing. Very tempting to short. But the full contract of gold, very expensive stuff, right? Very expensive stuff. So why don't we just take it on the micro? And that's where we're at. Right? ADR checkpoint. Right there. And the 200 simple right there. Here's the 100 simple that we just broke through. Copper. Copper ripping to the upside. I can't believe that. Copper's done some crazy things. We might still get this a deep pullback. Let's see. Let's move on. It is 9:30. Let's watch the open, or let's go over to crude oil. Let's go over to crude oil. $78. Wow. $78 on crude oil. Uptrend. Uptrend. Cycling down. Momentum is down. Got some bearish, right? Got some bearish divergence here. Bearish divergence on that 4-hour. Bearish divergence here on the 1-hour. Okay, we could be topping out. We could be topping out on crude oil. ADR checkpoint is all the way up here. So what do we need? What's the plan? Well, because we don't have an extended trend and because we don't have an ADR checkpoint, the only thing we can do is wait for some sort of reaction. And what is that reaction? Well, it's going to be this. Pulls up into here and then, makes some kind of a pullback. We've got the correction going on the 4-hour chart, momentum down. We've got to start seeing that cycle indicator also start to move down And where's our CCI? Okay, CCI is in our favor. So momentum is already down on the CCI. So that's great. We've got momentum down on the CCI. Let's not confuse ourselves, right? So what are we waiting for? We need some kind of crossover. We need some kind of crossover. We need some. We need to see. We need to see some break of structure, right? 15-minute chart. Did we get it on the 15? We actually got it on the 15. We've got an early break of structure right here on the 15-minute chart. Broke through, retesting this area. So the 15 is retesting this area. Go down to the 5. Come on. Five went down 3 waves, pulled back up. We could wait and set an alert. Okay. Yeah. Confusing, right? Confusing. What if we wait for a down signal on the 5-minute chart? What if we wait for a down signal on the 5-minute chart? That means we'll have a crossover on both the 15 and the 5. The 15 has already crossed. We're just above the 50. Now we're crossing below the 50, okay? We don't have a crossover to the upside. So we've got momentum to the downside, and we're pulling into these smaller formations here, right? It actually pulled into this. Pulled into this, didn't it? We pulled into this 15-minute supply zone with downward momentum on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. The only problem is that the higher time frames are in an uptrend, right? And when you get, when it looks confusing, you have to start stacking your information, right? When the charts get confusing, you got to say to yourself, okay, well, what's going on here? All right, we're getting a reaction out of this supply zone. Why don't we start looking for the lower time frames to start making downward patterns, right? Yeah, usually means, the that M pattern, right? Here's the M. There's your M pattern. And it's retesting that supply zone. Retesting that supply zone. Downward momentum, right? We might go sideways here for a break. What would this cost us? This might be an area that we can mess with, right? What if we bounce back and forth in here? What if this is the top, right? That market edge. There you go, right there. We've seen that happen, right? Kind of have a triple top here. resistance, 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 right? Cycling down. We like that. Momentum is down, 1 hour chart. Momentum is down, 4 hour chart. Nice rejection candle there. Five-minute chart. Pulling back. Maybe the 5-minute chart breaks to the downside, pulls back, creates a TrendCloud signal, and we can take that. So on the 5-minute chart, let's set an alert. Okay. Set an alert on that 5-minute chart there. TrendCloud, once per bar. Down arrow. And we'll say crude oil. Short. There we go. Active. Down arrow. Looking for that down arrow. Or we get another push up, and we take a chance. We take a chance on that. Wow, look at that reject. What do we got? Another 18 minutes. Another 18 minutes left. Another 18 minutes left on the 1 hour chart there. We might get another shot. We might get another shot at it. Okay, the risk is good. We've got a good risk. Seem to be topping off here. Look at that 4-hour curve zone. Oh wow, look at this. Okay. 4-hour curve zone is looking interesting. Hit right here. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. We will see how that works out. I think later on today, if we get that down signal on that 5-minute chart for crude oil, I think that'd be a really nice swing trade. And if we can hang on to it all the way back down to $70, wow, that'd be huge. All right, let's take a look at the indexes here. Micro S&P. Recalculate the charts. Almost at that ADR checkpoint. Let's see what happened here. See, again, here we were in an uptrend, right? All this morning, we were in that uptrend. Crossover, cycling down, momentum is down, cycling down. And we just got a 5-minute TrendCloud signal right here. Go out to the 15. Whoops. Okay. Again, came down. The trend became extended. Pulled back and recalculated. And now we're continuing the downward move. continuing the downward move. Let's go to the opening range. The opening range is going to form very close to that first ADR checkpoint. What did we get into? Silver. Uh-oh. Silver. Oh boy. We got into a silver trade. All right, let's see. Let's see how this works out. Let's see how this works out. Uptrend, cycling up, momentum is up. 1 hour chart, just starting that uptrend, right? Momentum is up above positive 100. And we are pulling back into the original demand zone so this is a retest of the TrendCloud signal there. Let's see if we can survive this. Pulling back pretty deep. This is probably something where you would want to take a little bit more of a risk. We would have to disengage our other trades. We'd have to cut the other trades loose and just focus on this. That is quite a steep pullback there. Because we really want to be below that TrendCloud signal there. We really want to be below that TrendCloud signal. That's where we usually put our stop loss. So we'll see. Here's a rally-based rally as well, but there's no telling how far back this is going to pull. Super deep pullback here. Can we survive it? And we even have the TrendCloud signal on the 4 hour chart there. That would really be nice. That'd really be nice. Well, there we go. There we go. Let's see if we can survive this, guys. Let's see if we can survive this move. Retest of that TrendCloud signal. ADR checkpoints all the way up here. So we have plenty of room to run. Plenty of room to run. The only thing we can do is just let it run out, right? Just let it run. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. All right, Kazi, you got that too. So yeah, so now it's a matter of, okay, well, here's really the market edge, right? Right back down in here. And it actually did come down. And did it hit this today? Yeah, it did. It hit the ADR checkpoint at 2 o'clock in the morning to the downside. So now, that move up. All right, working out. 150. Wow. It really, boy, if we get another TrendCloud signal there to the upside, that'll be pretty powerful. Kind of want to disengage those other trades and kind of focus on this. If this starts to work out, I want you guys to see something. If this trade does continue to, move out and stay above the opening range here, this cycle indicator on the 1 hour chart, it's going to move like this. It's going to kind of do something like that looks like this. When you see this type of pattern on your cycle indicator, that is indicative of a strong upward movement. The cycle indicator is a bounded indicator. It can only go so high. It can only go up so high. It's bounded, okay? So a strong upward movement is going to look like this. It's going to look like this sort of just sideways consolidation. Wow. Wow, really nice move there. 2 to 1. Looking for that 2 to 1 there. Let's get risk free. Let's get risk free on that sucker in case something wonky happens. But 325, there's your placing the target because it's only one candle, it's only one contract, right? 250, placing the target right at the body of that right at the body of that candle there, right where value is there, right? No, my goodness. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Did that hit 2 to 1? Did it actually hit 2 to 1? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely 2 to 1 to get out. Oh, for heaven's sakes. There's our entry, our stop loss. I mean, we had like a $200 risk on this, so 2 to 1 is $400. Let's see what's going to happen here. Silver's going to do something kooky. Don't do something kooky, Silver. Where is 2 to 1? There's our entry. And then our stop loss was like right here, I believe. I think that was it. Yeah. Yeah, so we were at 1 to 1 it didn't quite hit that, it didn't quite hit our 2-to-1. 2-to-1 is just on the cusp there. Expensive stuff, so we got to get risk-free. All right. Gold. Nice and extended. We are still heading up towards that ADR checkpoint on our gold trade. Silver pushing up. Okay. Well, we'll just let it do what it's going to do. Nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about this thing pulling all the way back, and we don't know what it's going to do. That's why risk management is so important. It's best to get risk-free as quickly as possible. And, so you don't make $400, you only make $25. You never know what's going to happen. You have to take everything as it progresses. You've got to take those profits as targets get hit, or at least as you get close to the target, right? That was a very deep pullback. Man, I really want to see what happens there. What else can we look at? Oh, let's look at the Aussie. Let's look at the Aussie dollar here. What is going on with the Aussie dollar? Wow, Aussie dollar already hit its first ADR checkpoint, and it's heading towards the 200 simple moving average. Uptrend. So Aussie dollar has made its move, right? Right here, what is that? 2 a.m. Okay, 2 a.m. There's the signal. Hits the ADR checkpoint. I mean, in my book, that's pretty much it, right? It ran its course. Aussie dollar ran its course. Japanese yen. Ah, look at this. Interesting. Japanese yen 4-hour chart. Here's your low. Here's your higher low. Higher low in an extended trend on the 4-hour chart. Looking to break above that 50. Okay. We just broke above. Momentum's on our side. Let's get rid of this. $15-minute chart. Where's this thing going to pull back into? It's going to pull back into the TrendCloud here. All right, if we pull back into, and you can see right here, rally, base, rally. There's this red line here I would use as a stop loss. But that pullback, we broke through structure here. That is looking pretty good. How much is that? Yeah. $100. That's worth it. That's worth $100 risk, don't you think? Just starting to break above, right? We know we want to break above. The question is Is this going to break above the 4-hour trend cloud, recalculate, and continue down? Because that's what's been happening. I mean, look at this. Holy moly. Or are we going to get something, something like this, a slow progression up? Maybe it wants to hit. It looks like it really likes hitting that 100 and then making a move down. So we might be heading back towards this 100, that 100 simple right there as a target. Trend is up, momentum is up. That means we can take demand zones. $100 risk, not bad. British pound. Ooh, British pound is, look at that. British pound is heading towards that 200 simple, which is the second ADR checkpoint. Already hit the first ADR checkpoint on an early trend, right? So there's no extended trend here. We're just in a very strong uptrend. So the moral of the story today is use those ADR checkpoints as targets. If you're in a strong uptrend, you have to use that as a target. If the ADR checkpoint like this has been hit early in the day, well, then the trade is over. Oh, silver hit 2 to 1. How come I didn't? Oh my goodness! It didn't take. It didn't take out. It didn't take me out. I'm getting out. 400. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What? Come on. It just hit. It didn't take me out though. It just hit and didn't take me out. Come on, 400. Oh my goodness. All right, that's it. Get out of that now. All right, so it hit 2 to 1. It hit 2 to 1. Ooh, 500 in the bank. Oh, real nice, Kazi. 500 in the bank. Yeah, starting to. Okay, so it's probably, look at that. Do you see where I put that line? Look how it came right to the top of that candle. Let me widen this up really big here. The body of the candle, guys, the body of the candle is where value is stored. So if you want to take a target, take the very top of the body of the candle as a target. And look what it did. It went right to it and bounced off of it there. Very nice, Kazi. 500 in the bank right there. Beautiful. Very nice. Okay. All right. So that was successful. I've got to recalculate. There's my 350. So look, 2 weeks, and we definitely are over 10% after 2 weeks. Okay, so I kind of want to take a few more trades just for recording purposes, but you guys, by all means, Monday we started the new trading challenge, so you can recalculate this. I'm going to take a couple of more trades and then recalculate mine. Okay, but we did it, right? A little over 10% in 2 weeks using TrendCloud. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So we know our trade plan works. We know that we're using an objective style system. We took our observations, right? We noticed all these different things. We wrote down these observations. We put them together into an objective trade plan, And then we started using the trade plan, right? So, and there we go. And now it goes through, right? But you never know what it's going to do. And when you only have one contract, you can't scale out of the position. So you are left hanging out there in the wind, and you don't want to be left hanging out there in the wind, right? One contract, you really got to be tight with the stop. If it just missed your 2-to-1 and started reversing, you got to get out. You just got to get out. And in this particular case, it did end up going and hitting. But hey, we didn't want to take the chance. We only had one contract. If you had two contracts, by all means, scale out of one position. And look what's going on here. It's like it is so wanting to pull back and do something wonky here now, right? But we had enough technical analysis skills to capture the move and take the profit. That's where you got to get yourself to. You've got to get yourself to that point where you've got enough skill set to know, oh, I've seen this happen 100 times. Yeah, it goes up to here and then starts to reverse. You better get out now. Okay. You've seen it a bunch of times. Thanks, Frank. Thank you. So, an objective trade plan, following the rules, using technical analysis skills. That's what it's all about. That's where everybody wants to get to. You want to get to that point where you're a little bit intuitive, right? You're a little bit intuitive where you're saying, this is the time to get out. This is the profit. We have rules in place. Oh, we only have one contract of silver. Therefore, we can only do this. Okay, we can't scale out of a position. That means we have to take the 2-to-1. Because what did we find out from our research? When trend and momentum are on your side, you've got around 70-75% chance that it hits 2-to-1 every single time. 7 out of 10 times, right? 7 out of 10 times it's going to hit that 2-to-1. So if you only have one contract, you got to take that 2-to-1. All right, guys, we're at the top of the hour here. Very good job, everybody. I will see everybody here tomorrow at 9 a.m. and we shall do it again. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a good one.